G'day guys, today we've got the Phantom 4 Pro and we've got Mike Bishop. How's it going, dude?
What's up? How's it going?
We're going to do a review today, thanks to Mike for bringing this down, and we've got the Phantom 4 as well. But the reason Mike's got one is because Mike was involved in the Iceland footage that was in the DJI launch event. Tell us a bit about that trip, Mike, and dealing with the Phantom 4 Pro and your thoughts on it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We had a great time in Iceland shooting with this thing. It enabled us to get some incredible footage. Like, I was really blown away by it. It was it was kind of a dream trip to, work with DJI and be able to go to Iceland and shoot. Yeah,
I mean, I saw the footage. We'll try and put some up on the screen while we're talking about it, but it was just absolutely breathtaking. The one on the top there of the hiker at the top of the rock, and then there was like a reveal through that sort of crevice, which was amazing.
We flew over lots of glaciers and glacial rivers, and I went to some pretty remote out there places, tried to get off the map a little bit.
No man, you killed it. So let's get into this Phantom 4 Pro review straight away, and let's talk about some of the features that we like. Off the bat, the most important thing is the camera sensor. We're at 1-inch sensor now, Mike. What are your thoughts on the image quality in post and just having seen it compared to the Phantom 4 Pro?
Yeah, well, the bigger sensor, I mean, it just allows for a much better image. It's more rich, more color detail. It's got a better lens on it, a better codec, 100 megabytes a second. So the image is just, it's a huge improvement, that's for sure.
4K at 60 frames per second at 100 megabytes per second.
The specs on this thing are definitely
huge. Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't really believe it when they were telling me what was inside here. I was like, what, are you kidding me? That's like better than most of my big cameras that I have, and it's small, And 20
megapixel stills for all you photographers out there. So
yeah, for photography, this is huge. Like, I was mostly into video before this, and after shooting with this thing, I'm like, okay, I'm shooting photos everywhere I go now as well, because they're just that good. They're really good. Shooting RAW, there's a lot of extra detail in there.
Absolutely. So 20 megapixels, 4K 60, we love that. I mean, I was really disappointed with GoPro when they released the GoPro 5 and the Karma not having 4K 60. So DJI is reinvesting in the camera and really leading the way. So I'm really blown away by that. So let's move on to the sensors. 5-directional sense avoidance. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It makes it almost impossible to crash your drone, which, I mean, that's huge. Like, when you're starting out, you make a small mistake and you just cost yourself, a lot. So now, you could, if you're a beginner, you can comfortably learn how to fly this without crashing your drone being part of that process. So yeah, I mean, it's huge.
I mean, it's crazy. I was super critical of that in the Phantom 4 review, only having the front sensors, but this was the first version, and they now have moved up and listened, and 5 directions. So all of you guys out there scared of crashing if you're getting into drones, although it's expensive, this is going to be...
Yeah, I mean, even if you do know how to fly pretty well, like, one of the coolest shots you get is flying backwards, following something, and that always left you open to just backing right into something. And now with the sensors, like, not only does it stop you from hitting something, it tells you as you're approaching something, your distance from it. So know, okay, something's coming up, I'm gonna have to adjust my flight.
So we love the 5-directional sensors, that's great. Let's move on to the improved flight time. 30 minutes.
30 minutes. It uses the same battery as the Phantom 4, so it's a nice thing. You don't have to buy new batteries, and they've just completely optimized the way that it runs. So
that's great.
Yeah, new motors, but fully optimized system, so it just makes more use of the same battery.
Yeah, so if you have a DJI Phantom 4 and you're keeping it or selling it, same batteries.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great that we can keep the same batteries. I remember recording about 23 minutes on the Phantom 4, and that was really flying it. That's crazy flight time.
That's still really good.
And you're going to be getting around 25 or 26 flying this, so that's insane. 2 batteries, you're nearly getting an hour of flight time.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Just the peace of mind that you get flying now, knowing, okay, I can use a few batteries and be out there all day. I'm not going to hit anything, and you can go so fast. It's like this thing goes fast, which is cool.
Let's move on to the next thing that I like personally is this screen, this built-in screen.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like, how bright was that?
It's bright. It's brighter, way brighter than my iPad that I was using. Like, it's way better than that. It's brighter than your cell phone.
And there's no cables.
No cables, nothing to charge, which, you know, those two things alone are big.
And
but
everybody knows how many times they've had a janky cable.
Yeah,
you
your
need
cable's
to have
always breaking.
2 spare cables.
And then it's also, the system's optimized for, you know, playing the video back, so you don't get any latency or any of the skipping issues, like, because that a lot of the times the problem was, you know, your phone talking to, you know, the DJI Go app. It had a hard time communicating maybe, but with this it's just like fully integrated, it's built in, it's optimized.
Yeah.
It's faster, you know, 0 latency.
Very impressed when I saw this at Warner Brothers at the launch event with you, Mike. I was super impressed at how bright it was.
Yeah,
so like
crisp.
Having the lens hoods, they're great. Like, everyone knows how annoying they can be, wanting to get to the screen.
And it's another thing to put together. You're like, okay, I'm setting up my shot. I gotta get this wire and the hood, and you put the whole thing together. I mean,
yeah,
it works, but this works better and faster, which is what we all want, right?
Yeah, that's another new improvement. They're just sort of ticking all the boxes with this new Phantom 4 Pro, which is what we like. So let's talk about the range on this thing. This improved range, 4.3 miles,
right?
7 kilometers.
7 kilometers, so it goes really far, and really fast far too, which is great, because a lot of the time, you know, you're in the mountains or something, you look and you're like, oh, that mountain's right there, and you're trying to fly out to it, and you realize that it's way farther than it looks. Yeah. So with this, you can actually, you know, put it in sport mode and punch it out there, you know, 7 kilometers, and you're at the top of the mountain that you're looking at, like, and it happens quickly.
And it's easy to, if you're not, you know, if you haven't got ocean waves, you can reverse that. Yeah. Boom, you can have a, you know, that cool coming in fast, which is a lot harder to do, coming in hot than going out. Not exactly street legal with our line of sight rules and regulations, but it's nice to have.
If you're out there.
If you're out there, it's really nice to have that range.
Always look at the rules in the country that you're in.
Yeah, follow the rules, but the range is extremely nice to have. The smart features, guys, they've added a couple of others. The one that has sort of drawn my attention is the draw. Right. So you can draw here.
Yeah, so basically the sensors on the drone can map out like a 3D environment, so it can, you know, tell where the ground is, where the obstacles are, and then you can touch on your screen and draw a line in 3D space that maps out the flight path, which is really cool.
I was just on a shoot the other day, shooting a golf course, and I was flying manually with the Inspire 1X5. And I had to emulate the ball shot, and it may sound easy, but if you get a dog leg hole, and I was doing it single lock, it was extremely difficult. With this draw now, you can just draw it, and you can get that shot.
Yeah, another one, I was on a shoot yesterday, and you know, the client wanted me perfectly circling around this obstacle with the exact same rotation, because he was going to put different, you know, items in the center of it for an effect shot that we were going to be changing. And I was like, okay, to do that manually, you know, you can't keep that consistency. You got to be really skilled to, you know, keep something in the center and you circle around it. And with the point of interest, you know, you can easily set up that shot that you'd have to be an expert at before.
And then having the sense avoidance, you know, we had point of interest before, but now having that 5 directional sensors with obstacles around, you can do that with peace of mind now. So those are the smart features that we like.
There's a lot there. The smart features, when you like go into there, you're like, whoa, there's a lot there. I mean, play around with them. That's what I think. At first I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm into this autonomous stuff. And then I started trying to learn these features, and I was like, whoa, it really opens up a lot that you can do.
Let's, you know, just do a quick wrap up here, Mike. This is a perfect drone for who?
I mean, it is good for everyone, for sure. It's definitely, you know, the standard. But with this in particular, the upgrade to the camera and the lens and the image quality, like, there's just nothing to complain about the image. You know, like, you can push it so far in low light, in fast action, in you know, difficult lighting conditions where, you know, in a typical, you know, camera that would really show the kind of where the compression, you know, the image falls apart. Like this doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You're looking at the image and there's sharp details in every aspect of it. So, you know, if you're a stickler for quality, you're gonna love this. And you know, if you travel and you go to remote places and you need the, you know, portability, it's hard to, you know, carry a much bigger platform around.
This
you know,
is, you know, you can do your one-hand launches and takeoff.
Yeah,
you know,
so
a mountain.
you can get to remote places with this and not sacrifice the quality at all, which is huge for a lot of people.
So thanks a lot, Mike, for bringing your Phantom 4 Pro.
Yeah, I'm glad to share. I mean, I'm excited about this thing. Like, I've been on a couple shoots with it already, and I just love to fly it.
Yeah,
like, you know, there's options out there of what to get, but this is a solid one.
So to buy the DJI Phantom 4 Pro, we're going to put a link down below in the top description there. Please get it through our link. We're donating all commissions to Standing Rock, and we're also sponsored a couple of drone pilots now, so we're giving back. And we're going to put Mike's link down below, all your social media channels.
Yeah, go check out my stuff. I've got a lot more footage from the Phantom 4 Pro, and I've been on a couple trips with it already, just trying to get as much cool footage with it as I can. So yeah, go check it out. I got lots of stuff to look at.
So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like this video, give us a comment, and subscribe to Drone Gear. Subscribe to Mike's channel. You guys rock. You're the best. We will see you guys on the next one.
All right, see you guys.